Good evening, everyone. I want you to take a moment and ask yourself a question that may seem simple yet profound in its implications. Can I truly be happy alone? This is not just a rhetorical question, but a journey into the depths of our own hearts and minds. The pursuit of happiness is often tangled with the presence of others, with external achievements and validations. But tonight, let's explore a different path, a path where happiness begins and ends within you. Imagine for a moment a life where your contentment and joy are not contingent on the presence of another, where your sense of fulfillment is not a borrowed ray of sunshine from someone else's sky, but a light that radiates from within you. This is not just a mere fantasy, it's a possible reality, a state of being that we can all achieve with understanding and effort. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Is this about isolating ourselves from the world? Absolutely not. This is about discovering the untapped well of happiness that resides within us, independent of the external world. It's about learning to enjoy your own company, to value your own thoughts and dreams as much as you value those of others. This journey is about finding that serene balance where being alone does not mean being lonely. In our lives, we play many roles: friends, partners, colleagues. We are social beings craving connections and interactions. But amidst these connections, we often lose sight of the most crucial relationship we will ever have, the relationship with ourselves. We forget to listen to our inner voice, to nurture our inner world, and to appreciate the beauty of our own solitude. You see, being happy alone doesn't negate the joy of relationships. Instead, it enhances them. When you are content with yourself, when you appreciate your own presence, you bring a stronger, more authentic self to your relationships. Your happiness becomes a gift you share, not a gift you seek from others. To start this journey of finding happiness within ourselves, we need to let go of what society expects from us. We must stop thinking that being alone is bad or that it makes us incomplete. Instead, we should understand that our happiness is up to us, not anyone else. In the coming moments, let's explore together how we can cultivate this inner joy, this self-sufficiency and happiness. Let's learn to appreciate the silence, the peace, and the profound clarity that comes when we are alone with our thoughts. Let's discover how being happy alone is not just a skill, but a profound strength. So as we embark on this journey tonight, I invite you to open your minds and hearts to the possibility that the best company you can ever have might just be you. In our journey towards finding happiness in solitude, the first and perhaps most crucial step is self-reflection. Self-reflection is the mirror through which we see not just our face, but our soul. It's about asking ourselves those hard questions, confronting our true feelings, and understanding the depths of our desires. Why is self-reflection so vital, you might wonder? It's because within each of us lies a vast, uncharted territory of potential and understanding. Many of us go through life without really getting to know who we are. We define ourselves by our jobs, our relationships, our roles in society, but strip away those titles, those external markers, and who are you? What are your passions, your fears, your dreams? What ignites that fire within you? These are not just questions. These are the keys to unlocking your true self. In our busy daily lives, we hardly ever take time to be alone and listen to our hearts. We're so busy chasing life that we forget to live it. Remember, being busy isn't the same as being productive. And being alone isn't the same as being lonely. It's in those quiet moments alone that we can hear our inner voice the best. That voice is our most honest guide and our true friend. It tells us not what we want to hear, but what we need to hear. Self-reflection is not always a comfortable journey. It requires honesty, vulnerability, and courage. It requires us to face our insecurities, our fears, and sometimes our past mistakes. But my friends, growth is not found in comfort. Just as a seed must break through its shell to grow, we too must break through our barriers to find our true selves. So how do we start self-reflection? It begins with spending time alone. Solitude gives us the quiet we need to look inside ourselves. In this quiet, we can tune out the world's noise and connect with our inner thoughts. Being alone isn't about feeling lonely. It's about enjoying your own company. Set aside a few minutes each day just for yourself. Use this time to meditate, write in a journal, or think deeply. Ask yourself questions like, what makes me happy? What are my values? What do I want my life to stand for? These questions might seem hard at first, but as you think about them, you'll start to understand yourself better. Remember, the journey of self-reflection is not a race. It's not about finding quick answers. It's about starting a lifelong conversation with yourself. It's about learning to understand and appreciate your complexities, your contradictions, and your uniqueness. As you grow more comfortable in your solitude, you'll find that your relationship with yourself begins to change. You'll start to appreciate your own company. You'll find joy in your own thoughts, your own dreams. This is the essence of being happy alone. It's finding that inner harmony, that peace that doesn't depend on external factors. And this journey of self-reflection not only leads to self-contentment, but it also enriches every aspect of your life. When you know yourself, you make choices that are in alignment with your true self. Your relationships become more genuine because you bring the authentic you to them. Your work becomes more fulfilling because it resonates with your inner values. So I encourage you, embrace the solitude, embrace the journey of self-discovery. For in knowing yourself, you open the door to true happiness. A happiness that is complete in itself, a happiness that doesn't need validation or company to exist, a happiness that is yours. Let us now turn to the stories of individuals who have found strength, peace, and happiness in their solitude. These are not just stories, but testaments to the power of embracing one's own company and the transformative journey of self-discovery. Let's look at Sarah's story. Sarah was always with others and never spent time alone. She loved being social and getting approval from those around her. But when she had to be alone, she faced a new reality. At first, it was scary, but over time, Sarah started to explore her own interests and dreams. She began painting, something she had always wanted to do but never had the chance. In her quiet time, she found a passion she didn't know she had. Sarah's story shows us that being alone can help us find hidden talents. Next, we have David, a successful businessman with a great career, a busy social life, and a loving family. Even with all this, David felt empty inside. When he started spending time alone and thinking about his life, he realized he had lost touch with himself. In chasing success, he had forgotten his own dreams. Spending time alone helped him reconnect with his love for writing. He started writing a novel, which brought him joy and fulfillment he hadn't felt in years. David's story reminds us that while building a life, we shouldn't forget to live it. Finally, there's Lisa, a college student who felt overshadowed in groups and couldn't find her voice. When she spent time alone, whether studying in the library or walking in the park, she found her strength. She realized that being quiet was a strength, not a weakness. In her alone time, she found clarity and a strong inner voice. She started a blog, sharing her thoughts, which resonated with many people like her. Lisa's journey shows that solitude can help us find our voice and strength. These stories, each special in its own way, have a common theme: finding self-worth and happiness when alone. Sarah, David, Lisa, and many others like them show us that being alone doesn't mean being inferior. It means having the courage to face ourselves, explore who we are, and find happiness in our own company. These stories aren't just stories, they reflect our own potential. Each of us has a story waiting to unfold, a journey waiting to begin. In our alone time, we are the ones who shape our story, who carve our path. We have the power to change our solitude from feeling lonely to feeling content and discovering ourselves. So I want you to see being alone not as an empty place, but as a blank paper where you can make your dreams, say what's on your mind, and shape your happiness. Let these stories inspire you to welcome your alone time, to listen to your inner voice, and to find joy and strength inside you. Remember, learning to be happy alone isn't about staying away from the world or cutting off connections with others. It's about building a strong, satisfying bond with yourself, where you enjoy your own company as much as you like being with others. It's about finding a balance where your happiness isn't just about what's outside, but also comes from deep within you. In our journey to find happiness on our own, personal development plays a crucial role. It's not just about learning new skills or gaining knowledge, it's about growing into the best version of ourselves. This journey is deeply personal, incredibly fulfilling, and essential for discovering happiness in our own presence. Why is personal development so crucial in this journey? Because the relationship you have with yourself is the foundation of all the relationships in your life. When you invest in yourself, you are not just improving skills or expanding knowledge, you are nurturing your soul. You are honoring your existence. Personal development is the soil in which the seeds of self-contentment and happiness grow. This journey of personal development starts with self-awareness. It's about understanding your strengths and weaknesses, your passions and fears. It's about looking within and asking yourself, what makes me tick? What do I need to grow? What do I want to learn? This level of introspection is the first step towards meaningful growth. Then comes the chase after your passions. Everyone has something that truly excites them, something that brings immense joy. It could be painting, writing, cooking, coding, teaching. The options are limitless. The important thing is to recognize that passion and go after it. Your passion is like a treasure, something that brings you happiness in a way that's unique to you. When you do what you love, you're not just filling time, you're feeding your soul. Another aspect of personal development is expanding your knowledge and skills. This doesn't necessarily mean formal education. It could be as simple as reading books, attending workshops, learning a new language, or even mastering a new hobby. The goal is to keep your mind active, curious, and engaged. An engaged mind is a happy mind, one that finds joy in exploration and learning. Let's not forget the importance of physical well-being and personal development. Taking care of your body is just as important as nurturing your mind. Regular exercise, healthy eating, and sufficient rest are not just good for your body. They are crucial for your mental and emotional well-being. When you are physically healthy, you are more capable of enjoying your solitude and more equipped to pursue your passions. Personal development isn't always a smooth ride. There will be bumps, setbacks, and times when you doubt yourself. But these aren't signs of failure. They're chances to grow. Every challenge you face, every obstacle you overcome makes you stronger and more resilient. It builds your character, boosts your self-esteem, and bolsters your confidence. Remember, personal growth is a lifelong journey. It doesn't have a finish line. It's about improving a little every day, not just for yourself, but also for those around you. When you're the best version of yourself, you bring out the best in everything you do and everyone you meet. So, welcome personal growth as a path to happiness when you're alone. Dedicate time to learn more about yourself and enhance your skills. Explore new activities, acquire new knowledge, and prioritize your physical and mental well-being. By doing this, you'll discover that being by yourself isn't about feeling lonely. It's a chance to develop, learn, and flourish. It's all right to feel lonely sometimes. It's a natural feeling. What matters is how you deal with these feelings. Be kind to yourself, recognize your feelings, and remind yourself that you're enough just as you are. Also, changing how we think about loneliness can make a big difference. Instead of seeing alone time as something to avoid, see it as a rare treat in today's busy world. In a time where everyone's always busy and connected, solitude becomes a luxury, a chance to reconnect with your true self away from all the noise and demands of the outside world. It's also important to know the difference between feeling lonely temporarily and feeling lonely all the time. While it's normal to feel lonely now and then, chronic loneliness is a deeper, more long-lasting feeling that might need reaching out for support. Whether it's talking to friends, joining community groups, or seeking professional help, remember that asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Think of your journey with being alone as a way to get better at being yourself. When you're okay with spending time by yourself, you become stronger, more independent, and you understand yourself better. It's not just about being by yourself. It's about feeling whole. It's about creating a life where your happiness doesn't just rely on others, but also comes from inside you. So as we go ahead, remember that getting over the fear of being lonely doesn't happen all at once. It's a slow process of learning about yourself and accepting who you are. But every step you take in this journey gets you closer to feeling more fulfilled, stronger, and happier. One of the most important tools we have is our mindset, the way we see the world, our attitudes, and our thoughts. These shape our reality more than anything else. When it comes to learning to be happy alone, having a strong and resilient mindset is not just helpful, it's necessary. It starts with realizing that your happiness is your responsibility. It's not something others can give you. You have the power to create your own joy. A key part of a strong mindset is positivity. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges, but focusing on solutions and opportunities rather than dwelling on problems. Resilience is another cornerstone of a strong mindset. It's about bouncing back from setbacks, adapting to change, and moving forward even when things are tough. Building resilience means acknowledging your emotions, learning from experiences, and stepping out of your comfort zone. Mindfulness, living in the present moment, is also crucial. It helps us fully experience and appreciate life, especially in moments of solitude. Cultivating gratitude can significantly enhance our ability to be happy alone. It shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, bringing contentment and joy. In summary, building a strong mindset involves cultivating positivity, resilience, mindfulness, and gratitude. It's about taking control of your inner world and shaping your thoughts and attitudes in a way that empowers you. When you have a strong mindset, being alone becomes not just bearable, but enjoyable. It's an opportunity for growth and reflection. Moving forward, let's remember that the strength of our mindset affects the quality of our alone time and, in turn, the quality of our lives. In the next part of our discussion, we'll explore the role of relationships and community in balancing our love for being alone with our innate need for connection. While learning to be happy alone is important, it's also essential to value our connections with others. The goal isn't to replace relationships with solitude, but to find a balance between the two. First, let's consider the importance of relationships. Human beings are social creatures, and relationships enrich our lives by providing support, love, and a sense of belonging. The key is to approach relationships from a place of wholeness rather than neediness. When you're content with yourself, your relationships become more genuine and fulfilling. Community also plays a vital role in our well-being, giving us a sense of belonging and connecting us with others who share our interests and values. However, it's essential to maintain a balance between solitude and social interaction. Enjoying your own company doesn't mean isolating yourself from the world. It's about being comfortable with yourself without feeling the constant need for social interaction. Remember, the quality of your relationships often reflects the quality of your relationship with yourself. When you're at peace with who you are, you bring authenticity and self-assurance to your relationships. As we continue to explore the art of being happy alone, let's not forget the beauty of togetherness. Let's treasure our relationships, contribute to our communities, and also enjoy the moments of solitude that allow us to reflect, grow, and recharge. As we near the end of our journey together, let's reflect on the ground we've covered. Our exploration of being happy alone has taken us through self-reflection, personal triumphs, personal development, overcoming fears, building a strong mindset, and understanding the balance between solitude and community. Each of these elements is crucial in crafting a life where solitude is not just endured, but cherished and enjoyed. Remember, learning to be happy alone is a journey, not a destination. It's an ongoing process of self-discovery, growth, and acceptance. It's about finding joy in your own company, recognizing your worth, and embracing your individuality. This journey empowers you to bring your best self to your relationships and to the world. To conclude, I want to challenge you to embrace the lessons we've discussed. Dedicate time for self-reflection. Get to know yourself, your passions, and your dreams. Embrace your solitude as a time for growth and creativity. Invest in your personal development. Pursue your interests and nurture your mind and body. Transform your fear of loneliness by reshaping how you view being alone. Cultivate gratitude for the moments spent in your own company. Strive for equilibrium in your life, finding solace in solitude while also relishing the joy of companionship. Remember, the strength of your bonds with others reflects the strength of your bond with yourself. But most importantly, cultivate a strong mindset, a mindset that is positive, resilient, and grounded in the present. A mindset that sees challenges as opportunities for growth and solitude as a space for self-discovery. As you continue your journey, know that being happy alone doesn't mean you are isolated from the world. It means you are at peace with yourself, capable of enjoying both your own company and the company of others. It means you have a strong foundation of self-worth and self-love from which you can build meaningful connections and contribute positively to the world. So keep this message close as you journey towards feeling good about yourself. Remember, the most important relationship is with yourself. When you're happy being alone, you'll feel complete in everything you do. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Remember, finding happiness on your own is different for everyone, but it's a journey worth taking. It's a journey that brings self-confidence, peace inside, and a greater love for life. You have what it takes to walk this path: strength, bravery, and resilience. Embrace it, treasure it, and let it guide you to a life full of happiness and satisfaction.
Querían পাল্টাইতেছে কত বিভিন্ন আশ্চর্য